Remember kids, sandwiches are dangerous. Hello everybody and welcome to History Abridged. Today we're going to be talking about a story that a lot of people know. It's known as the sandwich story. It goes a little something like this. There was this guy by the name of Gavrilo Princip. I am probably butchering that pronunciation, but moving on. He was part of a Slavic independence group called the Black Hand. The Black Hand wasn't a big fan of this guy called Archduke Franz Ferdinand. In fact, they hated him so much that they actually wanted to kill him. They wanted to take him out. And they tried to by throwing a grenade at his car, and they missed and blew up the car behind him. Competence! After this failed attempt, Gavrilo Princip was at a restaurant enjoying a nice little sandwich, and guess who shows up? The Archduke Franz Ferdinand himself. Princip pulled the Godfather and shot him then and there. And as most of us know, the assassination of Franz Ferdinand led to country after country getting pulled into this conflict, which eventually led to World War I. And World War I eventually led to Germany's economic collapse. And Germany's economic collapse led to the certain rat-stashed individual becoming Führer, and he did some things, and that led to this thing called World War II. And World War II led to the development of the atomic bomb, and the atomic bomb led to the Cold War, and the Cold War eventually led to the Cuban Missile Crisis, and the Cuban Missile Crisis, if handled differently, could have resulted in the total obliteration of everything on Earth. Dominoes! Yay! And all of this could have been avoided if Gavrilo Princip just had not stopped her sandwich. Fun story, right? Well, get ready for a catch. It's not true, at least not as far as we can tell. The story originated in a 2003 documentary called Days That Shook the World, and it just sort of caught on. Yet there's no evidence to support the idea that this even happened. I mean, Serbians in 1914 didn't even really eat sandwiches. That was mostly an American thing at the time. So why do so many people believe this story? I guess it is kind of a funny story, and I don't mean funny like, haha, I mean funny like, whoa. And people like to believe that there are hinging points throughout history, that if one person had done one thing differently, future would have been vastly different. When really, pretty much every historical event is this big cluster of political tensions, backstabbing, exploitation, and angst, and a bunch of other weird things that people tend to do. And even if Gavrilo Princip didn't kill the Archduke, somebody else probably would have. There was a whole independence group dedicated to taking him out. And even if Ferdinand hadn't been assassinated, somebody else probably would have. Or maybe some other conflict would have started drawing up countries and countries and countries into this conflict. Because Europe at the time was a lot like a teenage boy's body during puberty. There was all these new tensions, and they just needed some kind of release. So essentially, the moral of the story is, don't believe everything you read on the internet without checking the facts. Even when you're watching History Abridged, you probably shouldn't believe me. Why should you believe me? Because I have a sweet-ass tweed jacket and a globe? Well, no, those are good reasons, but I mean, come on. I'm not in a library. I'm in a basement, an unfinished basement with a couple bookshelves behind me. I should not be trusted. Seriously though, when you read something on the internet, just do a source check. Do a little bit of research before you spread misinformation. Because if you start spouting things that aren't true, eventually someone's gonna call you on it and it's gonna be really embarrassing. That's all for today, guys. Thanks for watching. This was History Abridged.